Hi and welcome to the channel. To receive the latest video, please subscribe to the channel. In this video, I'll give you an overview of AWS CodeCommit with a step-by-step demo. AWS CodeCommit is source control service which is fully managed. It is a scalable and fully secure service. Basically, AWS CodeCommit wraps the implementation of Git inside. That means it handles all the operations internally so that you can focus on your business. If you are not familiar with the Git, Git is just a source code management tool or SCM tool like SVN, CSV, Perforce, etc. AWS CodeCommit uses IAM services to manage Git credentials, SSH keys, user permissions, etc. It helps multiple users to collaborate, check in, check out, manage their source code versions in the real time. Let's go over the practical step-by-step demo and see how AWS CodeCommit can simplify our life managing the source codes. So firstly, log into your AWS account using your console credentials. And once you land up in the dashboard or homepage, you can start navigating through the services link and type code commit, or you can find the code commit under developer tools as well. So just click here, wait for the screen to load. Well, so we'll start creating a repository first, which is our very first step. So click on the orange button, create repository, give a name to the repository. I'll just give a name as the code school. You can leave some description which is needed. There is a recent edition which is you can use the Code Guru Reviewer tool, which is a free tool which works with the Java. It can help you get out any kind of code problem that you have. It will catch those problem and give you the suggestions so that you can improve your code quality. So we'll just skip it for this demo. Click on create, and once this is created successfully, then we are ready to go to the next step. All right. So for any user to connect to this repository from the remote and access the source code or commit their source code to this repository or make certain changes in this repository, they need some kind of permission, which we are going to follow up in the next step. So we have a prerequisite of keygen or a parallel tool, which will help us to create the SSH key. So I'm going to use SSH keygen. That's the tool available. You can confirm the same tool is available to your operating system. If not, then you have to install it to follow this step. Well, so open the command prompt with whatever the default location it opens. Then start typing SSH keygen and then hit. It will ask for what is the file name or path that you want to give it to. So I'll just give a same path and give a new file name. So I'm just going to copy paste, and instead of ID RSA, I'm going to call it as a code commit uh, commit RSA, enter. I'm not going to give any passphrase, I will just skip it, but for the best practice, for more security, you should stick to this. You should keep some kind of passphrase. Just double enter, and then you will see that is created in the location which will be in your username and then .ssh folder. So you will see the new files created, one private key and other public key. Okay, now double click on the file or open with the local text editor. Once open, you can copy entire content of this file. Don't leave a single character from here. So copy all of them. You can minimize this and go to the AWS console. And this time we'll just go to the services and IAM. So I'm going to just type IAM. I need to create a new user, or if you already have some existing user, which should be programmatic user. So I'll just create an user, Neeraj, with programmatic access and give a permission. I'm just going to attach some permission. So here in the permission window, you have to search for code commit power user. So select this role and then go to the next one. Just skip all this and say create user. A user with the power role on the code commit is created. So you can just close this and come back. You have to click on the users once again, and this time security credential. This confirms here the power user for the code commit is created. The user is created with this policy basically, and then security credentials tab. Here, locate the upload SSH public key, and in here, make sure whatever you copied, you paste here, and then say upload SSH key. You can see this is uploaded perfectly and the status shows inactive. So copy this particular uh, data, which is your SSH key ID. Now open up the .ssh folder once again. So here you can create one file with the name called config. You can remove the extension, so this will not have any extension. So we are going to edit this. We add few lines here. So we are just going to add the uh, key identification for the user and what is the URL for the host. So replace this with the one that you copied. So from the IAM, this particular ID that you have created for SSH that you have to copy and then replace it here. So make sure you do it properly and then also verify that the name that you have given for your public and private files for SSH key that you have generated, it matches with the name that is in the identity file. So save it, close, and you're uh, ready from the configuration side. Okay, so you can open the Git command prompt or Git bash from your local. If you don't have, I'm skipping the installation process, but it's a simple one. You can just download the Git SCM tool. So type Git SCM download, and you can download from the first link here. You can download according to your operating system. So make sure you are downloading more than 1.x version, which should be generally 2.x version to get a support on the versions of Git, which is bundled inside the code commit. So you can follow this. It's a simple, fairly simple process. You can just click on the download, and I'm going to just skip it. So this is a simple one. You can follow that. Okay, let's do one more thing. We'll just go to the repository, and in here we don't have any of the files added to this repository. So what we are going to do is we'll create one first file, first change. So we'll call the file as a readme, and I'll add an author as a author name, and then give some email ID, right? So let's give that, and then create it with the basic statement. This is readme file,
right? And then create it and add the basic uh, initial file basically. So then we'll have the master branch created, and then this file will exist here, right? So let's go to follow the next step uh, where we stop. So just copy it once again.